I guess Seth was here looking for... Where's the link? What about Bobby and the Robots? Did we not post... Hi!
Oh, sorry. We were reading your comments.
It looks like we messed up by not posting the link to Bobby and the Robots or something.
We did post the link to Bobby and the Robots. Matthew Swanson did it this morning. He is blameless.
Anyway, there was some confusion. Hi, Zev.
Hi, friends.
Also, hi, Jay.
Jay?
Who must be Seth's nephew.
Wait, where is El Puppy? How can we even think about having a show without El Puppy?
It's the weekend. El Puppy might have other things to do.
El Puppy is the foundation on which the entire Robbie and Matthew Real McCoys Story Hour is built, my friends. Please, pull out the agenda. We're rudderless. We're like a schooner just floating around in the middle of the sea.
Oh, no, I have to do this again.
Well, Robbie, at the beginning of the show, the theme song is a compulsory part of the whole...
Theme song.
You
guys, I keep quitting out of this because I don't want to get notifications every time somebody sends me an email.
Robbie learns approximately 30 days after the time when... All right.
The Robbie and Matthew, the Robbie and Matthew Show.
Thank you, Drew. We love you very much. Thank you for our theme song. Now, do you feel like we can begin? I mean,
can I quit out of this and not get notifications?
Is the show going to start again, or is it already started? I think the show is already started. Don't draw attention to it, Robbie. That just makes it worse. All right, so we are going to let Robbie laugh, and I am going to move on to the public service announcement. Drink more water, you guys. Everything I read says drinking water is the cure to all things, or at least the preventative measure that helps.
Healthy. It's good to
drink
water.
Lots of water. We don't have any water. We're being terrible models of our own advice.
I'm going to drink my watermelon smoothie.
Okay, drink your watermelon smoothie, and if not, get some water. Drink it down. Drink several glasses of water. Matthew makes an exciting announcement. Robbie's not even aware of this announcement, but today, and just for today, is a special treat. Robbie Bear is going to be the guest reader of the chapter of the Real McCoys. Yes. So, Robbie,
are you being so nice
I want you to start right here. Chapter 11, McCoys Unite, and we're going to end in the middle of this paragraph.
Oh.
I scour my brain. Okay? Boom.
Okay.
Hard stop.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to sit here and try to restore my tired and fractured psyche while Robbie Bear reads to you. I'm going to have to change the pages, though, so I will do that. I can do that.
I can change the pages.
You can't? No, I'm going to do it. I
Okay.
want to have a role to play in this grand pageant. But you will have to put the illustrations up on the screen for our friends, so that they can enjoy them.
Yep.
Yeah. Robbie wants you to look at her head real big.
I just got so excited to be able to read the chapters.
All right. I'm so excited, too. All right.
Because you know what, you guys?
What?
I actually really love reading aloud.
Okay, well, we're about to find out how it goes. And if you guys don't like it, don't throw tomatoes because you're really just messing up your own house.
Yeah.
And we won't even know.
Yeah.
But thank you. Please listen while my colleague and friend, Robbie Bear, readeth from the Real McCoys, Chapter 11.
All right. Chapter 11, McCoys Unite. I raise my hand and tell Mrs. Bunyan that I need to go to the bathroom, and you can tell that letting me go hurts about as much as sticking a fork in her eye, but I get my hall pass and leave the classroom. I have a problem. Fourth graders are supposed to use the green bathrooms, and I need to get to the pink bathrooms, which means this will be a risky operation. But so is performing a double lung transplant to save a key witness right after a yearly eye exam when your pupils are still dilated, as in Volume 5, Seeing Double. And Annabelle did that on 3 hours of sleep with an empty stomach. Which is to say, I am up to the challenge.
Uh-oh, we need to do the thing where
whoops.
we click on that.
Whoops, how did this happen? Matthew.
That was convenient for Robbie to blame me for something I did not do. Moving on to the second page of the chapter.
All right, sorry. To reach the pink bathrooms, I need to walk through the front lobby. I can see Mrs. Breath typing away at her desk, too busy to notice me tiptoeing by. I make it past the big glass window and take a deep breath. There's Eddie's case, empty and sad. I slip into the girls' pink bathroom and look around. There just aren't many places where you could hide an owl of Eddie's size and magnificence. I check under all the sinks. Nothing. I look behind all the toilets. No Eddie. A horrible thought occurs to me, and I check inside the trash can. Fortunately, it is mostly empty except for a few paper towels and a lollipop stick. On a normal day, I would immediately start trying to figure out who has eaten a lollipop, which is forbidden at Tiddlywump Elementary. But this is not a normal day. Just as I am turning to leave the bathroom, I slip on a wet spot and fall flat on my butt. I'm lying there with a pain in my backside and feeling completely sorry for myself when I see it. One of the ceiling tiles is slightly out of place. It is not easy, but I stand on the toilet and pull myself up by my extremely powerful arms. Just as I manage to wedge myself into the space between the top of the stall and the ceiling, I hear someone come in. I have a moment of absolute panic, fearing it is Miss Principal Jones or Mrs. Breath or a cold-blooded killer with a chainsaw. But when I turn and look, it is just a kindergartner named Beth Ann. She is obviously excited and amazed and terrified by what is happening. She stares up at me as if she has just walked in on Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy playing badminton, which must be upsetting to her because she opens her mouth as if she's going to scream. I am in your imagination. Really? Really? This seems to make her feel much better. Oh, can you walk through walls? Yes, that's how I got here. That's funny. Thank you. Beth Ann does what she has to do. Then she washes her hands. Good for you, Beth Ann. Goodbye. See you later. I can tell she's a little bit worried again.
You missed this one.
Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry. I skipped. Matthew fixed it. Oh, no.
It's different.
It's different in the book.
It's different in the book. Sorry.
Sorry, we took out a little something in the book. All right. Goodbye. See you later. I can tell she's a little bit worried again. Beth Ann. What? Don't tell anyone you saw me. Okay. I figure I'd better hurry in case Beth Ann does not keep her word. I inch myself over to the loose tile and push it up with my nose. I peer into the darkness, which is full of dust, which gets in my nose and eyes and almost makes me lose my balance. Almost. I blink a lot and my nose runs a little, but in the darkness I see something that doesn't quite belong. A handsome blue monocle. Eddie was here, right where Emily admitted to being around the time he was stolen. But how do I prove she put him here? And where is he now? Just telling Principal Jones about Emily isn't going to be enough. It's clear she isn't going to accept anything less than the bird in her hands. I grab the monocle and climb back down. There's no time for pride. I need to crack this case, and I can't do it on my own. I need Maud, but she's not here. I need the best friend candidate version of Emily Estevez, but instead I'm stuck with the deranged criminal version. Which means, and I hate to admit it, but as I learned from Volume 39, they call for desperate measures, in which Annabelle drapes 11 poisonous variable coral snakes across her head, neck, and shoulders to convince a nearsighted sultan that she actually is an obscure Mayan goddess. This is a desperate time. There are no other options. I need Milton. Fortunately, the first grade classroom is right across the hallway from the pink bathrooms. I crouch outside the door and peek in through the window. There is Milton in the back row, writing in his notebook. I have to figure out how to get his attention, but I don't see any way to do it without getting everyone else's attention too. So I wait and wait. Eventually, a kid comes out. His name is John. He is as skinny as a piece of paper. I've seen him get startled by leaves falling out of trees. I try not to scare him, but I do. He yelps a little when he sees me. Don't hurt me! I'm not going to hurt you, John. Thank you. I'm just a first grader. I know, John. You just came out of the first grade classroom. John glances at the sign on the door, just to make sure that what I've said is true.
Look at John's sweater. Just look at that cute little sweater.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm Milton's sister. I know you are, from the case of the missing lunchbox. Don't hurt me. We've been over this. I'm not going to hurt you. I just need you to do me a favor. Here, he says, reaching into his pocket and pulling out $1. Put away your $1, John. Okay, he says. He's kind of panting and seems to be turning purple. I'm considering all the fun things I could ask John to do. Jump on one leg, or meow like a kitten. But I'm running out of time, so I decide to stick to the basics. I tear a page out of my notebook and write a message to Milton. I need your help. Get out of class however you can. It is an emergency. Now, take this note to Milton, I say. Okay, says John, lunging for the classroom door. John, I say. Yes, he says, turning kind of yellow this time. Be sneaky about it. Don't let Mr. Brightonhouse see. Okay, he says. I'll try. I look John straight in the eye, using Annabelle Adams's advanced brainwave amplification technique from Volume 11, Move Over, Einstein, to make him calm and confident. Don't try, John. Just do, I say. I blink 3 times, which is an important part of the technique. John looks as if he might actually cry. Go, I say. He goes. He's walking kind of funny, and I realize that he was probably on his way to the bathroom before I interrupted his mission. I watch as John walks across the room and hands the note to Milton. It is, perhaps, the least stealthy delivery of a top-secret note that I have ever seen in my entire life. Fortunately, Mr. Brightonhouse doesn't seem to notice. He is busy trying to explain 3 plus 3, which is why Milton isn't paying attention, because he has known how to add and subtract since he was 4 years old. Mr. Brightonhouse is one of the nicest teachers in the school. He loves Milton, which is one of the reasons why Milton has not lost a single owl point all year long. One day, a few months ago, Milton was technically late for school, but when he explained that he was late because I had pinned him to the back seat of the car while I examined the bug bite on his forehead, certain that it was the work of a deadly black-spitting thick-tailed scorpion, and that Milton would soon be dead, Mr. Brightonhouse decided not to take an owl point away. It turned out that it was just a mosquito bite, but the point is, I might have saved my brother's life. I can see Milton sitting there, reading my note and not knowing what to do. At a certain point, he connects the dots and looks over at the door. When he sees me peeking through the window, he gives me a look that seems to mean, even though it makes me incredibly sad to lie and tell Mr. Brightonhouse that I have to go to the bathroom when I don't actually have to go to the bathroom, I am going to do what you are asking, because I know it's important and I would do anything for you because you are the greatest sister in the world and you need me in this desperate moment. I watch as Milton raises his hand and gets a hall pass and comes out into the hallway. What do you want? I know Emily did it. You don't know for sure. I do, in fact. Why do you have it in for Emily? I don't. And I actually mean it. I'm deeply disappointed that the Emily I thought I knew is no longer in the running to be my new best friend. If I have it in for anyone, it's that horrible Tracy Dublinger. She knocked me in the head with her gigantic molar at the end of second recess. Almost 100% certainly on purpose. Are you okay? Milton seems genuinely concerned. It didn't hurt at all. Piñatas are extremely hollow. My head is extremely hard. That's true enough, says Milton, who looks like he's thinking about something. To keep things moving, I pull Eddie's monocle out of my pocket. Milton's eyes get wide. He takes the monocle and cradles it in his hands as if it were a baby bird that just fell out of its nest. Where did you find this? Milton asks. Above a loose tile in the ceiling of the girls' pink bathroom. What makes you think Emily put him up there? She admitted that she stopped by the pink bathroom on the way to class this morning. Lots of people have been in that bathroom today. But Emily is a 4th grader who would have been carrying a green hall pass. And what about the greasy thumbprint? Asks Milton. Oof, I'd forgotten all about the greasy thumbprint. I'm trying to figure out if there's any reason why Emily might have had greasy thumbs today. Maybe because she's been so sweaty? But it hardly matters because I have the physical evidence, the monocle, right where Emily had said she was at the exact time Eddie was stolen. This is the smoking gun, I tell Milton. Annabelle Adams is always talking about the smoking gun. I guess guns with smoke coming out of them are often important clues in solving crimes, even though crime itself was committed with nunchucks or a spatula, which seems a little weird, but there you go. But why would Emily do it? Asks Milton, shaking his head. Milton is right to consider Emily's motive, but I'm one step ahead of him. Emily knew that because I'm so great, she probably wasn't going to win the Eddie Award this time, and so she tried to sabotage the whole thing. It's possible that she's even planning on returning Eddie to Principal Jones to make herself look like a hero. Or maybe she's going to do something terrible to Eddie so that no one can ever win the Eddie Award again. Even if that's true, why was Eddie hidden in the ceiling? Asks Milton. And where is he now? Milton is right. Eddie's current whereabouts is the most important question. I scour my brain trying to figure out where in the world Emily could have stashed him.
Dum 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 dum.
Dum dum dum. We're gonna stop there.
That's not the end of the chapter, but that could be. The writer in my head said that sounds like the right sort of cadence and cliffhanger for the end of a chapter. It's funny, as we go through here, how much I know I would have written it differently this time. I would have made more chapters. I would have made more cliffhangers. I would have just paced it a little bit differently. But this was my first novel, you guys. I didn't really have anything to compare it to. And now I do. So it's interesting. Cookie Chronicles, which I'm working on right now, the books in that series have twice as many chapters as the McCoys, but the books are actually shorter. So the chapters are much shorter. So E, who was sitting on the toilet trying to finish a chapter of Real McCoys way longer than he wanted to, will have less of a problem like that with Cookie Chronicles.
I want to point out
Robbie
a couple...
took away my keyboard, you guys.
I just wanted to point out a couple things. You know how we go through this, and then I want to go back and point out some stuff in the illustration.
Can you let them admire that sweater a little bit more and maybe zoom in on the sweater? Because that sweater is a work of genius. When Robbie illustrates things, you guys, there's big important things like plot and setting that she has to reinforce with the illustrations.
I have to find his
She
sweater.
did not have to so grandly feature John's sweater. But John's sweater, I wish that it existed in real life. I have a friend named Michael, and he would love this sweater. He once sent me a sweater in the mail because I admire. He was wearing it on Instagram.
Michael Charlie's dad
Was wearing a sweater on Instagram, and I admired the sweater to the tune of writing an extremely just euphoric post about how beautiful the sweater was. And my friends, he took the sweater off his back, he put it in the mail, and he sent it to me.
You know, you
that
should
is
wear
an
that
act
sweater.
of brotherly
Maybe
love.
we'll wear that sweater tomorrow.
Maybe I'll go put on that sweater.
Put that sweater.
I will wear that sweater tomorrow. It'll be a treat for all of you, an incentive to see the most magnificent sweater. But look at John's sweater. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at it. It's gone. All right, what are we
no.
seeing now?
What was I going to show you?
Okay, sorry.
I was going to show you... Oh, well, this is an important thing.
What is an important thing?
Well, an interesting thing.
Let's see it.
Where's the smoking gun thing?
So that
here we
is...
go.
Yes.
Okay, so... I don't know if you guys have heard the expression. This is the smoking gun. And the smoking gun is an expression. It doesn't mean a literal smoking gun. It means that if... for example, in some kind of mystery, a lot of times, so they talk about the smoking gun, it's because if somebody has gotten shot and somebody else is holding a gun that is smoking, like it had just shot a bullet, then the suggestion is that's probably the person.
There's irrefutable evidence that gun just fired because there's smoke coming out of it.
Pretty clear evidence, right? So that's why that's the expression. What the expression "the smoking gun" means.
Moxie does not actually understand what all these expressions mean. She just uses them.
Uses them because she's heard them in mysteries and stuff like that. So I originally had in this series of weapons, a smoking gun.
But
guns are not allowed to be in children's books, you guys.
It's just a rule. You can't have them.
Even if it's just a
metaphor. Yep.
Which it was. So it wasn't actually shooting anyone, but it was a bad thing to have in a children's book. So instead, I have a mace, a lightsaber, a spatula, nunchucks, and a sword. 4
of the 5 of which are quite lethal in their own right.
They're all lethal.
Well,
the spatula's not lethal.
I was thinking it depends how you wield the spatula. We have a spatula that Robbie got me in Norway, and it has the drawing of a little baby on it.
Different kind of spatula.
It is?
Yeah, this is a flipping... I don't know why. I don't know why spatulas are named the same thing. This is a flipping pancake spatula. The spatula I got you in Norway
is a scrapey
batter spatula.
Wow.
Why they're named the same
I'm glad that we debated the nuances. You know what? If we're going to get through the agenda... I think we should return to it.
Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you is that Matthew had written, or maybe she's going to do something terrible to Eddie so that no one can ever win the Eddie Award again.
Right.
And I was the one who had to come up with the terrible thing that she did to Eddie.
Oh, right.
Which was to put him into a rocket and shoot him to the moon.
Right.
I had something else there originally that was too evil, I think.
It was too dastardly.
It was too dastardly.
It would have put into your minds and hearts imagery that you never could have escaped.
Yes, Emily doing something really cruel to Eddie, and our editor, Aaron, the lovely Aaron, said, take that out. That's terrible.
I agree this is a great solution.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have a better solution than this. So,
okay.
In any case, whenever I write stuff and Robbie has to illustrate it, she has to think of interesting ways to illustrate it. She has to be a problem solver.
Yes.
And it's very, very interesting living with Robbie when she is doing the problem-solving part of the illustration process.
I like those kinds of problems. Those are fun because nobody's telling me what to do. I get to make it up. Except when somebody says, that's too dastardly, you have to change it to something less dastardly. And that makes problems for me.
Robbie wants to be as dastardly as Robbie wants to be.
As dastardly as possible.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on the agenda?
I don't know. You have the agenda. You have denied me access to the agenda because you have such a scathing critique of my... That is not today's agenda. Here's today's agenda. I have it. All right. Here we go. McCoy's agenda. Theme song. Drink more water. Matthew's making a sign announcement. Robbie just read chapter 11. Matthew draws Robbie. We've been trying for days to let me draw Robbie, so I'm going to draw Robbie.
You have to tell me these things.
I'm telling you
ahead of
these
time.
things. These things ahead of Robbie has to set up a drawing surface for me.
Surface
I will
for
pleasantly
Matthew.
riff while you... Let's work on some vocabulary. Let's say... Who knows what the word clandestine means?
Ooh.
Robbie, do you know what it means? It's actually clandestine.
Yeah.
Who knows what clandestine means? It's doing it in a sort of a secret way. If you have a clandestine plan, nobody knows
Or
about
a
it.
clandestine meeting.
Right. It's a meeting on the side that's a secret that nobody
secret.
knows about.
Now, I wonder where that comes from. Clan.
Would you
is
please
not-
prepare my drawing surface? This was
Sorry.
something I was
Sorry.
going to do while you prepared the drawing surface. Robbie is not... I'm trying to have a clandestine conversation with you while Robbie does something else. Is that my drawing surface?
There's your drawing surface.
Where's my pen? I need a pen.
Pen is
Yes.
right here.
Okay, so I need a model. Can I have a model? Robbie,
I
let's
thought
see.
you were drawing me.
I am. I need to look
Oh.
at you. Oh, can you make you a little bigger? Or it's going to... Oh, I'll use this one of you down here. All right, let's see. Let's see.
You know, I didn't put my hair up today, which is going to cause lots of trouble.
This is going to be a terrible drawing, I think. But maybe... Oh, now you went away. You were big before. Let's see. Oh, this is very hard without a little bit more.
Wow, what happened to my nose?
All right, Robbie, I'm trying. I'm just not trying very hard.
Oh, no.
What?
This is an insult.
No, you're lovely. You're always... Oh, look, that helped, didn't it? We're going to give you some eyebrows. We're going to give you some
I
more
don't think
hair.
you're actually looking at any source material at all. You're making this
There's
all
not
up.
a lot to go on here today. Look, you have more hair over here than I'm giving you credit for.
There you go. Good.
Then you have a little bit of a scoopity scoop. And then you have shoulders. Robbie has shoulders, am I right? Am I right?
I do.
Robbie has pupils.
Yikes.
She's looking up there because I'm standing over here, and she's like, "Oh, I love him. He's the greatest." She needs a little bit more eyebrows.
Wow, I need to take care of my eyebrows.
Robbie has ears, but I can't show them
Do
to
you
you.
see my ears, Matthew?
That's
Are
why I'm
you-
covering them up. I just said Robbie has ears. I
Okay.
was making a true statement about you. Then on her shirt, she has a little squeagle and a little squoggle. And, I mean, there's worse drawings of
There
you
are
out
worse
there.
drawings of me out there.
Let's give you a little bit of that.
Wow.
And let's put you on a motorcycle.
Oh, just my torso riding a
It's like
motorcycle.
it's like a bust. It's a bust of you on a motorcycle. It's going to the Forum in ancient Rome. They're going to put you at the Parthenon. All right. That's not great. Let's get a new drawing, but I want to save that for posterity. I want to show my grandchildren that.
All right.
I'm going to draw a popular figure for you, and you guys need to guess who it is, okay? Amy's agreeing with Robbie about something. I wish I knew what it was. Okay, so guys,
All right,
now,
you have to guess who this is. Matthew's going to start drawing.
I'm going to do a little better
You
because
guys guess
I
in
have
the...
I have a little bit better of a model going here. Let's see.
Hey, this is pretty good so far. I feel like you chose someone who has very distinct...
Don't you think that's a good idea,
Features.
given how badly things went?
Uh-huh. Hey, dude, you're doing awesome on this.
Thanks, friend. I don't think our friends know who it is yet, because I'm saving some of the hard...
Yeah, some of the giveaways, but you're doing a remarkable job.
Thanks, lady. Anybody getting
De
it yet?
Niro? Good guess.
That's awesome.
Grumpy? Another good guess.
This guy and Grumpy would get along, except for the Grumpy part. This guy's cheerful.
This guy's nothing but Mario!
Who said it?
Thomas Shanks.
Nice work, Thomas Shanks.
Good job.
All right, so Robbie, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to try to get one more. Let's see.
That was really good.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else can I do? Okay. I sometimes have
It
difficulty.
was Mario, everyone. Matthew didn't put the M in the hat, but it was Mario, not Luigi. But that was very close. Oh, someone also said Pinocchio's father, Geppetto, which he does look like. Oh, this is where it all goes sideways, I think, you guys.
Oops.
Okay.
I didn't nail the eye shape. How come? Okay.
How come you drew it like that?
No, when you hold it down, it like doesn't give you the thing until you let go.
Oh, yeah. I think because we're switching back and forth all the time, it might be messing some things up. Oh, dear. Well, I can vaguely see who this is supposed to be, but that's only because I know who it is. Grinch. That's a good guess. Phantom of the Opera? For those of you who don't know, the Phantom of the Opera is famous for having some sort of deformity that it has to hide with a mask.
This is a case where the clothes might help.
The Grinch. We're getting multiple guesses on the Grinch. It's interesting. Spider-Man. Cruella de Vil.
Oh, boy. I get that. Anyone who's... Oh! Where'd it go?
Oh, you must have done something.
How does it... How can I get it back?
I don't know.
Can you
Hold
do
on.
apple backwards?
There we go.
Whew.
Elsa!
Who
Oh,
said
wait.
that?
Wait,
Oh,
it's not Elsa.
It's not
is
Elsa.
it?
It's not Elsa.
Sorry. Anna!
Yes! Yes, it is Anna. Look at my source image. Look at that. I mean, I tried, guys. I tried. It's not great.
But I think, you kind of, like, look how
Her
her mouth...
freakishly large eyes.
Her large eyes, and her mouth is, like, a little bit pursed.
Yeah.
You got that. I thought that
Yeah.
was a mistake. But
No.
you actually did that right.
Yeah.
Her nose is a mysterious, tiny little triangle, which you got,
Yeah.
but you just made it too close to her eyes, I think.
I did,
and
you
her
know.
eyes are too close to each other.
But you know what? The fact that someone got it, that really
Yeah.
makes me feel like my
Oh,
drawings
somebody
have been
said
validated.
your wife is beautiful, Jay.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Whose wife is beautiful?
Jay.
Oh, okay. Jay's wife is beautiful. Robbie knows who Jay is, I guess.
No,
All right.
I'm just saying, this is a beautiful rendering of your wife.
I see
Jay.
what you're saying.
Goodness.
Okay, I thought he was talking about Jay's actual wife. Jay, are you married? We don't need to know that. All right, let's go back to the
clothes
agenda.
Helped. I agree. Actually, we watched Frozen the first
Yeah.
last night
Yeah.
because Jasper had only seen the second.
Right.
And I was very impressed with all of the costumery.
We think the animation was a little bit better in the first
I
one.
like the animation
The
better in the
music
first
is
one.
better in the first one. The second one was pretty good until we watched the first one again. It doesn't quite hold up to the quality of the first Frozen, in our opinion. Could you please go
That's
back to the agenda watching
100%
view?
our opinion.
And of course it is. That is our opinion.
Oops,
oh,
there we go.
All right. All right. Answer your questions about our writing or anything else. El Puppy goes with the joke.
Oh,
we
you
have
know
no
what?
El Puppy.
El Puppy did
What?
not have a joke,
No,
but luckily,
Yeah, what?
Lamb and Turtle stepped in.
Oh, bring it up. Okay, I'm not. You
Don't
can't.
look.
Covering my eyes doesn't help. I just don't have to look over here. I'm going to cover
Okay.
this. All right, go ahead.
But
Lamb
I
and Turtle.
can't read the question
all
if
right,
you do
all right,
that.
all right. Lamb and Turtle
All right.
has a joke for us.
Why couldn't the pirates watch the movie?
Oh, I know. Because it was R-rated.
Very
Right?
good.
Yes.
Did you come up with that?
Every pirate joke has
It has
R
R
in
in
it.
it,
So
yeah.
in this particular case,
All right.
were they underage pirates? Is that the idea? Robbie and I, when we were 25 years old, went to a screening or attempted to go to a screening of the movie Sleepy Hollow, which was a Disney film. A Disney film.
I think it was Tim Burton, though,
And
right?
we were
Wasn't it?
turned away because we did not have our driver's licenses with us.
And they thought that we were under 18.
Under 17.
And
Under
it was-
17.
And it was Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
I mean, come on.
Come on, friends. Anyway, that's what we got. My son Caden loves your story.
Oh,
well,
yay.
thank you very
And Jay,
much.
I'm sure you have a beautiful wife, and that drawing was no reflection on what she looked like.
Well, we're not going to know. We're never going to know. We're
All
never
right.
going to know. Friends, I think it's time to go. It is time to go. We've really enjoyed this time
Oh,
with you.
Max says hi. I just want to say hi to Max.
Yo,
Hi,
Max. Boom, boom, fists. Fist with the Max.
All right. Oh, Courtney has one joke. Sorry, we're 20 seconds delayed, and there's nothing we can do about
All right,
it.
we
but
can do that. So if you guys keep doing jokes, we'll stay on forever because we'll always be 20 seconds delayed.
Why did Mozart get rid of his chickens?
Because they were B flat or something like that. Because they were Amadeus.
Oh, this
they
is
were
funny.
Sonata. They were harpsichord. They were...
Because they kept going. They kept saying, bok, bok.
Oh, that's good.
I've never heard
A little
that one before.
intercomposer
That was funny,
tension
yes.
joke.
Brr.
I would never have gotten that.
Yes.
Thank you, friends.
Well done.
All right, we'll see you
All
here
right.
tomorrow. We'll
Yep.
see you here tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to learn a craft. We might not even read McCoys tomorrow. We might just fold paper.
Oh.
We have someone who's going to come in and do a demonstration.
And
What?
it reveals a flaw in the illustrations of the Real McCoys.
It does.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Uh-huh.
No, it doesn't. There are no flaws in the illustrations of the Real McCoys.
That's a cliffhanger.
No.
You guys can find out what the secret flaw in the clandestine flaw in the Real McCoys illustrations
Go
are.
have a clandestine
The
trip
only
to
mistake
drink.
I made.
Go drink some water clandestinely.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.